Hey everyone, this is Chaos Cross here with the final episode of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. In the last one, we were able to catch the final Pokemon needed in the Pokedex, Mewtwo. And we got ourselves not just a diploma, but also the Shiny Charm. And we also went over how you transfer Pokemon over from Go. In this episode, the final episode, we're going to be going against the two final bosses in the game. First up, some old friends.
Now, Jesse and James are the most, shall we say,
Well-known
villains throughout Pokemon history.
Yeah, they've literally lasted
Pikachu for 25 fucking years.
Yeah, that's insane.
But not a lot of people know the story behind this.
No, I'll go over the dialogue here, then we'll go over that.
Right.
The boss is missing. What's going to happen to Team Rocket? Don't be such a wimp. This is the boss we're talking about. He's hiding himself for now, but he must be preparing for the next scheme. Yeah, of course. And let's steal Pokemon all over the world to help the boss. Wow. It's that annoying twerp again. Why are you eavesdropping on us? Those who are in Team Rocket's way won't get away unscathed. And here we are, the final battle against Team Rocket. And we'll go over what you were talking about.
Let's see, their first Pokemon. Arbok and Weezing.
Yep. So first off, the stats for Arbok and Weezing, we have Jesse's Arbok, which is level 52, with the moves Poison Jab, Glare, Crunch, and Rock Slide, and the Weezing with the moves Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and Thunderbolt. Honestly, kind of a weird setup for the Weezing there.
True. But before I was getting at this, James' story is a little. It's not too interesting. James comes from a rich family that was, shall we say, controlling. He was early on engaged to a young woman whom he didn't care for, so he ran away from home. And originally he had a Pokemon other than Weezing as his quote-unquote starter.
What was it?
A Growlithe.
Oh!
In fact, you guys see in the anime the certain episodes where James and that Growlithe reunite.
Oh.
You also see the episode where Arbok and Weezing evolved during the Kanto saga.
Okay.
Jesse's story is where it gets interesting. Jesse was actually a second-generation Team Rocket.
Ooh.
Her mother, Miyamoto, I think that was how it was pronounced, Miyamoto, actually worked for Team Rocket long before Jesse was born.
Huh.
In fact, she worked for Giovanni's mother, the Madame Boss.
Hmm.
And Jesse's mother went missing on a quest for a very special Pokemon.
What was it?
Some people say it was a Mirage Pokemon. She went hunting for the mythical Pokemon, Mew.
Ooh. I didn't like this. It's not fair that you always win. Alright, and we have beaten them for the last time. You're just a twerp. Why are you so strong? Is it because of that Eevee? You can probably go all out because you're with that Pokemon. With that Eevee, we may be able to conquer the world. Hey, do you want to join Team Rocket? No way. Okay, fine. We're enemies after all. But if you do change your mind, come back at any time. I'll give you this. I made it myself. You get a costume for Team Rocket.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the alternative uniform Team Rocket. So instead of being the black wear that most Rockets wear, it'd be the white stuff style that Jesse and James wear.
Yeah, because you get the black one from that woman that was undercover in the Game Corner hideout.
And interesting enough, it's never explained why they do it per se, but Jesse and James are the outliers of Team Rocket. They don't wear the traditional uniforms.
No, they don't. Why do I feel so refreshed? You've been such a troublesome twerp, and yet it's great to have times like this for a change once in a while, isn't it? You might be right. We feel great. And Meowth's like, why'd they leave?
I mean, he's got the pose right for the old for Meowth.
Yeah, he did. All
Looks
right.
like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Yeah, for the final time. And so, we have one final boss. And with that, we are actually heading back to the Game Corner hideout.
But I figured since this is the last video, I think we should let's talk about the stuff that's gone into some of the making of this stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because this is the end of the first solo video series for Old School Studios.
Yeah.
Me and Cross have been working side by side for a while. And while I prefer the collaboration works myself,
Yeah, it's fun. But doing these solo games, it's interesting, seeing how people play games like this. Having interesting topics like us talking about stuff about, history of Pokemon, the controversy behind it.
and I'm glad I was able to let Cross here know about things he honestly did not know about.
No, I really didn't.
He had no clue about the Pokemon Shock thing that happened in the 90s.
No.
And yet, I think you asked me once why Porygon doesn't show up in the anime. And you never really understood why.
No, I didn't.
Because today, every Pokemon has showed up until Generation 8 has appeared at least once.
Yep. All right, so real quick, we're going to head back into the office. And that is where we're going to see our friend Archer. You. What could you possibly want coming back here now? Because of you, Team Rocket was disbanded. It's not my style to be emotional, but I wanted to give you a glimpse of how I felt. And with this, we are having our final boss fight. There will be others that we'll have in the game.
But this is the last story boss.
Yes. And notice that it doesn't say Team Rocket admin. It just says Pokemon trainer.
I believe that's because at this moment in time, Team Rocket is disbanded.
Yes, it is. All right. So first off, this first Pokemon is Electro. For the moves: Thunder, Foul Play, Explosion, and Reflect. We're gonna go ahead and do a Sicily Slide. Should be good there. Oh, you ass! Freaking Reflect.
Hey, he's not an idiot. But I usually still burn him.
Yep.
Now, I mentioned this, I believe, during the Team Rocket episodes, that Archer goes on to be a very prevalent character in the future generations.
Yes, he does. He appears in the Gen 2 games.
He doesn't just appear in them. He's actually, I won't get into it too much, but he plays a major role in those games.
Yes, he does. We talked about it before, and also what happens to Giovanni as well. And honestly, it was interesting. Like, I think that is one of the best events that they ever did in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, is go over what happened, why he didn't appear.
True.
Yeah. Alright, so we had a Magmar there. It was level 54. Moves: Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Clear Smog, and Brick Break. Going back with Electrode.
Now, Archer swapping Pokemon like this is actually a very rare thing. Because throughout the history of Pokemon games, very few trainers swap out their Pokemon.
That's very true. If anything, they'll let you wait out until you're almost done with their Pokemon and then heal it up. As everyone who has ever gone against any Elite Four or Champion will tell you.
Yeah, I've already got the Pokemon Platinum music in the back of my champion music from Platinum in the back of my head.
Oh, God.
Oh, the pain. The unadulterated pain.
Oh.
Next up,
Golbat. It is level 54 with the moves Air Slash, Crunch, Sludge Bomb, and U-Turn. It's interesting and honestly kind of in line with it having U-Turn of all moves. So of course, almost knock it out with that. Crunch really won't do much. Yeah. Freaking Cynthia.
There are champions that cause problems. Then there are champions that cause pain. And then there's whatever the fuck Cynthia is.
Yeah.
People who enjoy the championship match with Cynthia, especially in Platinum.
Those are special kind of masochists.
Yeah. Those are the kind of people, when they tell you you don't want to see their internet history, they're not kidding.
And there's also the people who somehow are able to beat Volo within 2 or 3 tries.
To be fair, it only took me 2.
It took me at least 30. What? He has almost the same team as Platinum Cynthia. Only one that's not there is Milotic, and it swapped him with Hisuian Arcanine. Alright, and we're done. Never mind. To tell you the truth, I thought you might show up, so I was writing a letter. Let me read. Dear Chase, congratulations on conquering the Pokemon. I hold no grudges against you for what you did to Team Rocket. Instead, using this defeat as a springboard, I would like to create an even stronger Team Rocket and officially announce our comeback. I will leave the Kanto region. I wish for your continued success here in Kanto. Farewell, Archer. What did I want you to think about me by writing such a letter? Archer tore up the letter. Take care. And with that, we've done everything that needed to be done in this game. We've completed the entire Pokedex. We've beaten all of Team Rocket, including both Jesse and James and Archer. We are the champions, of course, and we've gotten all the rewards for completing the Pokedex. So, with that, we're officially done with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna get out of the game corner.
Look, we still have time, and a lot of time for this video.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know about Cross, but I've been playing Pokemon games since I was in, God help me, 6th, 7th grade?
I started playing them when I was about 10 or 11.
So close to that age.
Yeah.
And look, I started off the same way most, or at least people of my generation. I got a copy of Red.
I started with Pokemon Leaf Green.
He started Cross started here with the remix.
Yep.
And truth be told, it never, when you get into it, there's some things that never truly let go.
No, seriously, like, I have been playing these games for going on almost 20 years now.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah,
and to me, it's become a tradition at this point where, even before me and Cross were connected, when I was with my ex, we were buying
opposite versions.
And to this day, me and Cross still do the same thing.
Yeah, literally, we started with Sword and Shield. I got Sword, he got Shield.
Arceus came out, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I got Violet, he got Scarlet.
He got Diamond, I got Pearl.
Yep.
Kind of left the coin toss on that one. It just, Pokemon has got this worldwide reach to it that nothing else like it has ever existed.
No, it hasn't. It's been going on for almost 30 years. Next year, 2026 will be the 30th anniversary that Pokemon Red and Green came out. And in fact, today, 21 years ago, Pokemon Coliseum came out.
And look, I don't think it's a spoiler to say this. That's one of the games on our list.
Yes, it is, and it's an incredible game. It's a shake-up, again, for how the series works.
And it just proves that the series will continue to change and revolution.
Yes, it will. And I mean, look, we've got Legends ZA coming up, and it's going to change things again.
And it's not just the fact that things change. There's always been one thing about Pokemon games that has always been there. Connecting. with other people.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see that We're gonna see that later this year with Champions.
Yeah, let's go over how that happened. First off, there was a first generation game. We had the link cable for
Hell, I can go on my shelf right now and find a Game Boy link cable.
Yep.
We will, and actually, I think now's a good enough time to announce this.
We
Me and Cross have got something going on later this year. I have copies of all 3 Generation 2 Pokemon games, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to loan Cross one of those games, whether it be gold or silver. It'll probably be gold because that's more or less how we met.
Yeah,
You go back, what is it now? 13, 14 years?
Yeah, 2011, 14 years.
We were just 2 nerdy kids at school. I had a copy of Soul Silver, he had a copy of Heart Gold, and he asked my help.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't know how to beat one of the gym leaders.
It is what it is. But
yeah.
After he realized that I was into some hacking back in the day with those games, he was all excited, and that's how, more or less, how we became friends.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about that.
And now that we're at this age, and we're able to broadcast what we left about all this stuff, we intend to not so much let's plays of them, but we're gonna do a little bit of private time with gold and silver.
Yep.
And after we'll play them for about a year, and then we'll connect them. Again, connectivity through Pokemon Stadium 2, which I bought last year, and we're gonna have an all-out battle for that.
Yes.
And for me, that just proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that these games have brought people together. Because look, me and Cross, we're loners by nature.
We are.
I had maybe 2 friends in high school, and now I have 1 friend from high school. And I'm sitting next to him doing this recording with.
Yep. Yeah, and as I said, like there has been a long history. There was the link cable for the first game. That's how you were able to get not just the version exclusives, but also the touch trades. For Gen 2, it was more or less the same thing.
Gen 3 had a new link cable, but they also introduced something brand new.
The secret bases.
No.
Oh,
not just that. The wireless adapters.
Yeah.
And I wish I still had mine, because those were great. I had one for the longest time.
Gen 4, that's where we got the GTS, the global trade system.
And that's when this connectivity went beyond just a few friends to making friends around the world.
It literally did go, it was literally a globe-trotting service. That's how people were able to complete the entire Pokedex in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and it just expanded beyond that. And then in Gen 6, I don't think they really did.
Gen 5, they basically built on the foundations of Gen 4.
And then we had stuff like the Dream Service, even though that got discontinued.
And that allowed you to do more than just trade with your friends. You could do missions, adventures, connect with people through going on journeys.
Gen 6 then had the Wonder Trade stuff, and that was even more fun because you don't know what you're getting.
But you just know you've connected with somebody somewhere, and they've connected with you back.
And it's incredible. Like, I've gotten some extraordinary egg move starters from that.
I've gotten shinies I never expected to get, and I've gotten, and I believe that at some point they still held mail. I've gotten letters from people all over the world.
Yep, and then Gen 7, what did they do exactly for the connectivity with that? Because, I've never played this.
Let's see, Gen 7. They built, again, it was a building phase. They built on the ideas that they started in Gen 6.
Okay.
And then we come to Gen 8, where you could battle the strongest of Pokemon alongside other people.
Yes,
the raid battles.
The raids, oh my god.
And they build on that again in Gen 9.
Yep, where now you literally get to play alongside someone.
Exactly, the unions.
Yeah, the union matches. That's always fun. More raids in the terror raids.
And they just continue to build on. Look, their catchphrase has always been, "Gotta catch 'em all," but their slogan seems to be, "Connect them all."
Yeah. And as he said, that's gonna be taken to another level with Pokemon Champions coming later up, probably this year, where it, you don't just connect with people on the Switch, but also on your phones, and get to have all these matches with people that will have certain new gimmicks like Megas, Terras, Gigantamax.
We might even see fucking Z moves again.
Yeah, they're bringing back some of the old gimmicks, and it's gonna be great to see how they do it.
And that's just the stuff we know of. There's still Generation 10 on the horizon, and Generation 10, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that will be, for lack of a better word, legendary. And for the record, I'm not doing that as Barney Stinson. I'm doing that as an homage to legendary Pokemon. And it all started with just a couple of little cartridges, and maybe a few people who were lucky enough to own a little cord.
Yep.
And now the whole world seems to be connected through Pokemon.
It's incredible how far the series has come from just a little RPG that changed how not just RPGs are, but gaming itself.
I mean, you look back, Pokemon, I believe, has a bigger empire than any other media on the planet.
It really does.
Mickey Mouse and Disney don't come close. Sony, no matter what they're doing, can't scratch Pokemon. Even Power World, which was set to take over the world, could not touch what Pokemon is.
I mean, hell, it's the reason why we had the freaking console wars in the fucking 90s. And
I don't know or have the words to explain. The connectivity has brought people together, and it allowed people like us to find friends, find voices, and find fun that we wouldn't have found anywhere else.
Yeah. This may be long-winded, but basically, Pokemon changed our lives for the better. It let us have some of the most fun that we've had. I mean, hell, we've talked about it like 3 times, how we basically turned catching Pokemon into a competition for each other. About how he got a Liepard, and then a few days later I got myself a Sneasel, and it's basically a competition for 6 years running.
We have kept going, and yet we will keep it going and going and going.
Yeah, so thank you for joining this adventure with us, and we're gonna sign off now.
It means the world that you joined myself, and especially Frost, on his first adventure.
Yeah, and in the next video, we're gonna be tackling Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy.
That'll be his next Let's Play, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Until then, this has been Chaos Cross.
I'm Old School Matt.
Signing off for the last time in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. That is until I level up my Pokemon even more, beat a bunch of Master Trainers, and go against the real final boss, Red.
We will see you all in the next adventure. Peace.
See ya.